Hello, 6th grade, and welcome to Math in 5 or Less with me. And today we are reviewing some of the questions that are actually on the test. So be glad that you have watched with me. Get your pencil and paper ready. And some of these problems are actually on the test, so it's to help you, right? One of the problems on the test today is going to be using the coordinate graph, right? Remember, you have the x-axis that goes across, back and forth, and you have the y-axis that goes up and down, right? Remember, your x-axis can be positive and negative, and your y-axis can be positive and negative. The center point is always called the point of origin. And when you're plotting points, you always go across and then up or down. Remember, you can go across to the positive or to the left, which is the negative, and you can go up to the positive or down to the negative. So the first point we're asked to plot is 1, positive 1, negative 1. Remember, if there's no symbol before it, then it's a positive number. Positive 1, negative 1. Go across to positive 1, come down to negative 1. That's point, let's call it A. Now we have to plot positive 4, negative 1. So go across to positive 4 and down to negative 1. And you can call that B. Just go in order of the alphabet, Now we have to plot positive 4, positive 1. So positive 4 across, up 1, positive. You can call that point C. And now we have to plot 1, 1, positive 1, positive 1. Go across 1, up 1. And there you have plotted, and you can already see it, is you've actually plotted a rectangle. So the actual question, though, on the test is going to ask you to find the perimeter and the area of the rectangle. So you're thinking about how did you get from 1 to 4? How did you get from positive 1 to 4? Well, you added 3, so this has to be 3 centimetres, let's say. And then how did we get from negative 1 to positive 1? We went from negative 1 to the point of origin, 0, 0 to positive 1. That's 2 centimetres. So now you've got both the length and the height of that rectangle. You can add, you can find the area, and it's as straightforward as that. Great. Next question I have prepared. So, you're going to be asked to find the area of a triangle. Remember, the formula for area is base times height divided by 2, or half the base times the height, right? Remember, those letters are up against each other. They're kissing? No, they're multiplying, right? So we have the base, which is 10, and we have the height, which is 6. Half of 10 is 5. 5 times 6 gives you 30 centimetres. And it's going to be squared, right? Next question will be a proportion. On the test, you're asked to fill in the missing proportion. 9 over 25 equals x over 100. So what did you do to 25 to get 100? You multiplied it by 4, balanced the equation, multiply the top by 4. 4 times 9 is 36. Therefore, x equals 36. Another problem you might be asked to solve is a comparison. 4 over 5 compared to 0.6. Now, I grew up in the UK, we have a 20 pence. I learned what fifths are, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. But if you don't know that, because in America you have the 25 pence, you're going to take 4 and divide it by 5. Oh no, it won't divide. Add a decimal, put it into the quotient, add a 0 to help. Is 4 divisible by 5? Nope. Is 40 divisible by 5? Yes. 5 times 8 is 40. So 4/5 is the same as 0.8. Now you can compare 0.8 and 0.6. You can see which one is greater, less than, equal to. Okay? Now another example we'll have today is subtracting or adding fractions. Remember, to add or subtract a fraction, you must get a common denominator. So you're going to be asked to do 2/3 subtract 1/6, right? How do you find a common denominator? Well, you look for the multiples. So what's the multiples of 3? 3, 6, 9. Oh, look, 6. we can change the fraction to sixths. So 6 on the bottom, this one is already 6, so leave it as is. What did we do to 3 to get 6? 3 times something is 6, 3 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 subtract 1 is 3 over 6. But do we leave our fraction as 3 over 6? I don't think so. You can reduce that fraction and get it into its lowest terms. And that is the answer you will need. Reduce the fraction, divide by 3. And the last one I'll do with you today is a multiplication. Remember, you have 2.5 multiplied by 1 and 1/5. You have a mixed number there. You have to convert that to an improper fraction before you can go ahead and multiply. So 2 times 2, 4, add 1 is 5. 5 over 2, multiply by 5 times 1 is 5, add 1 is 6 over 5. Now multiply straight across. 5 times 6, 30. 2 times 5, 10. We don't leave it as 30 over 10. One, this is an improper fraction. We want to get this back to either a mixed number or a whole number. And I love when zeros are on the end and the zeros are whole numbers. So you can just cross them off and you're left with 3 over 1, which is the same as 3. So go and do that test, do your best, and if you have a question, email me, don't guess. And I hope you do well. Talk to you later.